we got two freedoms, two concepts of freedom that people love to deal with. Right? You got the freedom that good, harmless, fun-loving people deal with, which they want to live in peace, prosperity, and safety. That's what type of freedom that they like to enjoy. Then you got the freedom to kill, steal, and destroy. This is the type of freedom that many, many millions of people fight for. Their freedom to kill, steal, and destroy. Murder, all unjust actions. They fight for that freedom. And they're pretty effective because in their paradigm, murdering you is just nothing. Your life is worthless. So taking your life is great for them. That's how they feel about you. You see? The freedom to live in peace, prosperity, and safety versus the freedom to unjustly murder, unjust theft, and unjust destruction for their own peace, prosperity, and safety. Well, there's a threat in the Bible that says not one remaining of the house of Edom will exist. This is a threat that was taken very literally and very seriously by Edomites, white Hebrew Israelites, the extremists. White Hebrew Edomites, the extremists, who go around unjustly killing, unjustly stealing, and unjustly destroying. Because of that threat. The threat is real. The threat was stated. It was recorded. And I mean, even though the family of the author, the family of the inspired author, the author who inspired that text is the Most High, inspired it to a particular author who wrote it down in a book. And you have black people all over the world saying to burn the book and forget the book because they don't want to see that happen to white Hebrew Edomite extremists who go around unjustly killing, unjustly stealing, unjustly destroying. It all starts with their hate campaigns that tell you that every Israelite on the face of the planet is completely wicked and completely unjust and completely dishonorable. That's what they teach you. This is a backward-thinking lesson solidified in the minds of millions of people by the Talmud. You see? Freedom, the power or right to act, speak, or think as one wants without hindrance or restraint. We do have some freedom of choice. You see? Do as thou wilt is the whole of the law. See? Do what I want to do when I want to do it is their only law. That is their entire law of people who fight for the freedom to kill, steal, and destroy unjustly. And then on the flip side of that coin are people who fight for harmlessness. You see? To do no harm to anyone or anything for that matter. You see? Mm-hmm. So now, plants and animals are in place to feed humans. That's just how it works. I don't know why you think otherwise. You're pretty stupid to think anything else other than that. But the reality of the matter is that the human is on the top of what scientists like to refer to as the food chain. You see? So God is on top of the food chain, and they consume the spirits of extraordinarily wicked people. But it's a waste to humans to be wicked, but it's a nourishment to God. But for your wicked soul to be consumed. You see, that consumption fuels God's fire. God is a consuming fire. That's what He is. And so fire consumes things. It consumes gas. Okay. In this case, it would be the methane produced by your stinking corpse. You see? You see how that works? Does that make sense to you? Okay. So now, that's what's happening. It's a long time coming. Approximately maybe 2,800 years. The reason being that it's that long is because God promised us. When He makes a promise, when they make promises, they stick to it. The Heavenly Mother, the Heavenly Father, the wonderful Son, if they make you a promise, it's going to happen. So they promised us in the record that they kept preserved for us, uncorrupted, that if we fail back then to keep His laws, statutes, commandments, and perform the prophecies, don't forget that part, laws, statutes, commandments, and the prophecies. It's 4 parts. Everything is comprised of 4 parts. You're unaware of that? Fine. That's why I like to rant, because you guys don't know anything. So now, the law, statutes, commandments, and prophecies are still intact and amazing. Now you got a promise that they made, along with the whole host of armies of the heavenly warrior angels that you think are tiny little babies with white babies with wings flipping around in heaven. No, they're actually very tall warriors. That's pretty funny. Now, the promise that they made that if you screw up again like you did in Egypt, right, that the punishment will be 7 times worse than the 400 years. So, that's why it's been 2,800 years. That's the only reason. Okay, and since you are unaware of that, it just joys me even more. But you don't know these things and don't care. Because God is not to be toyed with at all. Your job is to provoke Him to anger in order for Him to manifest Himself to you. Well, see, it's not what you want. Tell you like the gangsters tell you pussies, this ain't what you want. You might want to reconsider what you're doing and what you're thinking about doing. So now you're talking about the gangster of all gangsters, the whole heavenly host, the whole host of armies, and then the leaders, the father, the mother, and the son. You don't understand how serious they are. So, just imagine a grumpy old man, right? They live a life of kind of like peacefulness because everyone around them is so dumb. So they just withdraw from 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds and stuff. You know, a 90-year-old man says, man, these guys don't remember what I remember. Did not experience what I experienced. So I'm sad and I'm going to withdraw from everyone. Well, that's what you have here with the heavenly host. You guys are so corrupt and so putrid with puke and guts and anything disgusting that you can think of. That's how you act. You see, you harm people constantly without thinking about anything other than harming someone, the next person you're going to harm. You see? So they don't like being around you, bro, at all. They really hate your guts deep down. And it's in the open, but you don't believe in them. So therefore, you're not unaware that they hate you. You think they are on your side. That's pretty funny. You're going to have to prove that. You see, it was proven to me personally that God is on my side. So, that's why I speak with such boldness. That's why my name is bold. Dava Nazi, Dava Amiel Oz, Ben Emmanuel. Nazi means president. Dava means the exact truthful speech. That is the pure language that is returned to us en masse. Amiel means my mother is the power. That's the heavenly mother. You don't understand that. Oz is the bold. B-O-L-D. You guys like to call me the Wizard of Oz. I laugh because it's pronounced Oz, like you owe me some money. Right. That's the pronunciation of my name. Surname, Ben, the son of Emmanuel. The power is with us. What more significant name can you think of? Okay. Now, if you think of a name in its proper context, which is reputation, then you can think of one name above all other names. And that's the one best known as Jesus Christ around the world. You see? The Israelite community tries to figure out the correct pronunciation they need to say his name in. But the correct pronunciation is his reputation. That's how you pronounce their names. Menakama means the comforter, female version of the comforter. Menakam is the male version of the comforter. Those are words, terms, semantics, rubbish, poppycock, meaningless, useless, trash, garbage. It's the feeling that's the prayer, you see? So you have to comprehend what you're saying and why you're saying it. Then it has to be pure of heart when you say it and when you do things. It has to be harmless. You can do no harm. So since harm must be done in the case of many things, just like it pleased the Most High to pierce his son and chastise his son for the sake of the elect that will rule by elections, they'll be put in place by our elections once we self-determine, become mature enough to understand the concept of self-determination. Okay? Once that happens, then we're well on our way. Because self-determination is the only way that you can gain freedom. You can live in a sense or a state of peace, prosperity, and safety in oppression, just as we do in the United States. However, in order to be truly free to share your peace, prosperity, and safety with countless other people, you're going to have to self-determine. It's the only way. You can't run around the globe until you feel safe in your puny little brain that you determined was the safest thing to do. Keep running. That doesn't work at all. You have to cause a governing structure that has checks and balances and consequences for retardation and breaking of the law. So if anybody commits treason, they got to die. So this is why when you talk about Trump committing treason, which is the only reason for impeachment, see, head is not treason. You see, they impeached that boy, that little boy, what's his name? Clinton, for getting head in the Oval Office. That's not treason. But impeachment is reserved for treasonous acts. So now, Trump telling these people that they need to check out and determine the seriousness of Biden campaign and the legalities of Biden's campaign. That's not treason at all. You see, there's a hierarchy in the international community and the world. See, that's why they have to report to the Holy Seas. Ukraine has the Eastern Orthodox Church, which is the top diggity dog. They're higher than the Catholic Church, the Catholic Church. You see? You understand? So that's how that works. You have to know these things, man. So who's above the Eastern Orthodox Church? It's the Church of Satan. The Church of Satan is headquartered in Rome, if I ain't mistaken. Let me look that up for you right quick, because I'm curious myself. Where's that Church of Satan headquarters? Oh, where's that headquarters? I forget. Poughkeepsie. No, is that? No, that's not right. Church of Satan headquarters. Okay, that's for the United States. Is Poughkeepsie, Virginia. Okay, Black House. See, they call it the Black House. The Black House was a building that formerly stood at 6114 California something. The house was used by Anton LaVey as the headquarters of his Church of Satan. See? This was completed in 1905. So, Poughkeepsie, New York. Okay, so that's for America. But if I'm not mistaken, the Church of Satan world headquarters. Let me see if it'll find that then. World headquarters. I think it's in Rome. But at any rate, you see it. The headquarters for the United States is in Poughkeepsie, New York. And that's why. Look, the church's headquarters were subsequently moved to New York City. You see, the first satanic church headquarters was in San Francisco, and this is why you have such an extremely high number of degenerates in San Francisco. It was started by Carla LaVey. Is that a dude or a female? Holy shit! Carla Maritza LaVey, an American radio host, former high priestess of the Church of Satan, and founder and administrator of the First Satanic Church in San Francisco, California. Carla has been featured on television and radio. Holy shit! Look at this bitch! Carla at the 2012 Black X Mass Show. I can't believe it. This stupid hoe is the founder of the Church of Satan. Carla LaVey. Okay, that's cool. So all I'm trying to show you is that the Most High ain't playing any games at all. You know, go tell Carla I said, fuck you. Okay? Go tell her. And please, when you see what's gonna happen, if she even considers any form of harm to me, and when you find out about her whereabouts shortly thereafter, then that might be a little piece of evidence to the existence of God, okay? Because you guys are scared of these people, and so you don't talk against them. You don't talk against the Church of Satan never, ever in your life. Never have, never will. You think they're great. You think Satan is the good guy because you're stupid. The good guy would not molest little children. A good guy would not make an industry out of kidnapping children. A good guy would not eat children. A good guy would not do a lot of things. But you Satan worshipers, this is what you do. You love it. You don't care. Do as you will. That's the whole of the law. Nothing else matters but what I want to do when I want to do it. Or you need to stop doing that.